The auction no one wanted. The auction hall floated in the dark edge of the station like a metal scar. Cold lights hung from the ceiling. The air smelled of oil, sweat, and fear. This was not a place for heroes. Creatures were sold here. Weapons too dangerous for loss. Things the galaxy wanted to forget. Rows of aliens sat quietly, their eyes sharp and hungry. Some were collectors. Some were warlords. Some only wanted power. At the back of the hall stood a human. His name was Aaron. He was not tall, not strong, just a mechanic. His clothes were stained with grease. His hands were rough from years of fixing broken machines. He came to the auction for scrap parts, nothing more. Aaron did not like this place. But broken ships needed parts, and parts were cheap here. The auctioneer's voice echoed loudly. Next item. A heavy cage was dragged onto the platform. Metal scraped against metal. Inside the cage, something moved. At first, the crowd laughed. A dragon, but not the kind they wanted. Its wings were torn. Its scales were dull and cracked. One eye barely opened. It was small, thin, shaking. This is a failed hatchling, the auctioneer said with a bored tone. Cold-born species. Weak, sick, barely alive. The dragon tried to stand. It failed and fell to the floor of the cage. Laughter filled the hall. No fire, someone shouted. No value, another said. Dragons were rare, but only strong ones mattered. This one was broken. The auctioneer sighed. Starting bid, 10 credits. Silence. 10 credits was nothing. Still, no one moved. The dragon slowly lifted its head. Its breath was uneven. Its body trembled. Its eye locked onto Aaron. The human felt it. He did not know why, but something pulled at his chest. The dragon dragged itself closer to the cage bars. Its claws slipped through the metal. It was reaching, not for food, not for escape, for him. Aaron took a step back, heart pounding. This is stupid, he whispered to himself. He was a mechanic. He fixed machines. He did not buy dying dragons. The auctioneer laughed nervously. Any bids? Anyone? The dragon made a soft sound. Not a roar, not a growl. A weak, broken sound. Aaron clenched his jaw. He remembered broken engines. Ships everyone said were dead. Machines no one wanted. He always fixed those. Before he could stop himself, Aaron raised his hand. I'll take it, he said. The hall went silent. All eyes turned to the human. A rich alien laughed loudly. A human buying trash? Another shook his head. Waste of credits. The auctioneer blinked in surprise. Sold. 10 credits. The cage unlocked with a sharp click. The dragon collapsed forward as the door opened. Aaron stepped closer, slowly, carefully. The dragon crawled out. Instead of running, instead of attacking, it pressed its head against Aaron's chest. Warm, heavy, alive. Aaron froze. The dragon's body relaxed. Its breathing slowed, like it had found home. The hall stayed silent. Even the laughter stopped. That's impossible, someone whispered. Cold-born dragons never bonded, never trusted, never touched humans. Aaron swallowed hard. I didn't plan this, he muttered. Security drones hovered closer. Weapons charged. The auctioneer frowned. Remove the creature. The dragon lifted its head. For the first time, its eyes burned with a faint blue light. The lights in the hall flickered. Just for a second. No one noticed. Except Aaron. He held his breath. Something ancient stirred in that small, broken body. Aaron placed a shaking hand on the dragon's head. It's okay, he said softly. The dragon closed its eyes. Somewhere far away, unseen systems activated. Old sensors woke from long sleep. A forgotten species had been found, and the galaxy had just made a mistake. The worst kind. The dragon that should have died. Aaron did not sleep that night. The dragon lay beside him in the small repair bay, curled near a power generator for warmth. Its chest rose and fell slowly, each breath uneven. Too uneven. Aaron watched the readouts on his old medical scanner. The numbers made no sense. The dragon's body temperature was dropping. Its heart rate was unstable. Its blood showed traces of something artificial. This isn't sickness, Aaron whispered. This is damage. He cleaned grease from his hands and leaned closer. The dragon opened one eye. Not afraid. Not angry. Just tired. Aaron gave it a small bowl of nutrient gel. The dragon sniffed it, then pushed the bowl away. Instead, it nudged Aaron's hand. It wanted him near. Aaron sighed. Fine. Be difficult. He sat down beside it. The scanner beeped softly again. Poison. Someone had poisoned the dragon. Not to kill it fast, but slow, quiet, clean. Aaron's jaw tightened. Who poisons a baby dragon? Across the station, far above the repair bay, a private room lit up with holograms. The auction footage played again. Paused on one frame. A small dragon pressing against a human's chest. The room was silent. That dragon should be dead, a tall alien said calmly. Another voice replied, colder. It was marked, tagged, tracked. Then why did it bond? No one answered. The hologram zoomed in on Aaron's face. A human mechanic, the voice continued. No status, no rank. Silence again. Then one word. Watch. Back in the repair bay, Aaron worked through the night. He rebuilt an old purifier to clean the dragon's blood. He modified engine filters into life support tubing. He used scrap that others threw away. The dragon watched him the entire time. Every movement, every sound. When Aaron finished, he connected the system. The purifier hummed. The dragon hissed softly, then relaxed. The scanner number stabilized. Aaron exhaled in relief. That's better, he said. The dragon lifted its head. Blue light shimmered faintly under its scales. Aaron frowned. Cold-born dragons were known for frost breath. Ice. Snow. Not energy. The lights in the bay dimmed. Then returned. Aaron's heart skipped. Okay, that's new. Hours later, station alarms rang once. Just once. Then stopped. Aaron's console blinked with a system message. Unauthorized scan detected. Aaron cursed quietly. Someone was scanning his bay. He shut down all non-essential systems. The dragon stirred. Its wings twitched. Aaron placed a hand on its side. Easy. You're safe. The dragon looked at him, and something changed. For a brief moment, Aaron felt seen, not watched, known. Images flashed in his mind. Fire that did not burn. Cities made of metal and light. Humans standing beside dragons, not under them. Aaron staggered back. What was that? The dragon lowered its head again, breathing slow. The moment passed, but Aaron's hand shook. Later, when the station lights dimmed for night cycle, footsteps echoed outside the bay. Heavy, controlled. Aaron turned off the main light. 3 shadows stopped at his door. A smooth voice spoke. Human mechanic. We wish to talk. Aaron stayed silent. The dragon pressed closer to him. The voice continued. We know what you bought. It is dangerous. Sick. Unstable. A pause. We can pay you. Very well. Aaron clenched his fists. He looked down at the dragon. It was no longer shaking. It was listening. Aaron took a breath. No, he said. Silence. Then the voice grew colder. That dragon does not belong with you. The dragon's scales glowed, faintly blue again. The power generator beside them hummed louder. Aaron swallowed. It chose me, he said quietly. The lights flickered. Outside, the shadows stepped back. This is not over, the voice said. The footsteps faded. Aaron leaned against the wall, heart racing. The dragon rested its head on his knee. Somewhere deep in the station, long-forgotten sensors activated again. Ancient signals whispered across space. A species thought extinct had survived, and it had chosen a human. The galaxy would not ignore that. Not anymore. The secret hidden in the scales. Aaron realized something was wrong when the machines stopped failing. The repair bay had always been noisy. Old engines misfired. Power lines sparked. Panels froze and rebooted. But now, everything worked. Perfectly. Aaron stood still, listening. No alarms. No sparks. No errors. The dragon lay near the main engine core, its body stretched out, eyes half closed. Soft blue light moved under its scales, like slow, breathing stars. Aaron frowned. That shouldn't happen, he said. He ran a system check. Every machine showed peak efficiency. Fuel use was lower. Heat loss was gone. Even broken parts showed improved output. Aaron's hands trembled. This is impossible. The dragon lifted its head. The moment it did, the engine's hum deepened. Stronger. Cleaner. Aaron slowly backed away from the console. You're doing this, he whispered. The dragon blinked once. Aaron scanned the dragon again. This time, he looked deeper. Under the damaged scales were patterns. Not natural, not random. They were designs. Like circuits, like blueprints. Aaron's breath caught. This isn't just a dragon. He pulled old data from the station archives. Ancient records. Half-deleted files. One name appeared again and again. Forged Dragon. His eyes widened. Forged dragons were myths. Stories told to young engineers. Creatures that shaped machines the way others shaped clay. They did not burn worlds. They built them, and they were erased. Aaron looked at the dragon. Someone didn't want it sick. They wanted it gone. Elsewhere in the station, a red alert flashed briefly, then vanished. In a hidden control room, a figure slammed a claw against the console. The readings are rising, a voice hissed. It's activating. Another voice answered calmly. Impossible. The poison should suppress all output. Silence. Then, quietly, it bonded. The room went still. With a human? One asked. Yes. A pause. Then a sharp command. Prepare retrieval. Back in a repair bay, Aaron felt eyes on him. Not the dragons. Others. He shut down the main door and locked it manually. No signals. No station network. The dragon stood up. For the first time, its wings trembled, still weak, but spreading wider than before. The blue glow brightened. Aaron felt heat, not fire, but energy, roll across the floor. The lights bent. Not flickered. Bent. Aaron dropped to one knee, breath heavy. What are you? He asked. The dragon stepped closer. It placed its forehead against Aaron's. The world shattered into light. Aaron saw memories. Not his own. Cities floating in space, built from living metal. Dragons shaping starships with fire that did not burn. Humans standing beside them, guiding, fixing, laughing. Then war. Dark ships. Silent weapons. Dragons falling. Forged dragons hunted. Poisoned. Studied. Destroyed. The last image burned into Aaron's mind. A single hatchling hidden away. Marked for death. Aaron gasped and pulled back. The dragon stumbled, weak again. Aaron caught it before it fell. You remember, he whispered. The dragon made a low sound. Not pain. Sorrow. The station shook. Once. Hard. Aaron grabbed the console. External sensors lit up. 3 ships had docked without permission. No transponder codes. Military-grade hulls. Hunters. Aaron's heart pounded. They're here for you, he said. The dragon growled. Not weak anymore. Low. Controlled. The repair bay door began to glow red. Cutting tools. Aaron looked around desperately. He had no weapons. No armor. Just tools. Wires. Engines. Scrap. And a dragon the galaxy feared enough to erase. Aaron straightened. He wiped grease from his hands. All right, he said quietly. If they want you, he pulled a power lever. The base shifted. Gravity reversed. Panels slid into place. Engines roared to life. They'll have to come through me. The dragon stood beside him, wings spreading wider. Blue light flooded the room. Not fire. Not ice. Creation. Somewhere deep in space. Ancient beacons woke fully for the first time in centuries. The forged dragons had returned, and humanity was standing with them again. When the hunters stepped inside, the repair bay shook again. This time it was not the station. It was fear. The outer door glowed red as cutting beams burned through thick metal. Sparks rained onto the floor. Aaron stood between the door and the dragon. His hands were steady. His heart was not. They're coming, he said. The dragon lowered its head. Its wings spread wider, scraping the walls. The blue light under its scales pulsed, slow and deep, like a heartbeat. Not panic. Control. The door screamed as it split open. 3 figures stepped inside. Tall, armored, silent. Their suits were black and smooth, marked with symbols Aaron did not recognize. Their helmets showed no faces. Hunters. One of them spoke through a voice modulator. Step away from the asset, human. Aaron laughed once. Short. Bitter. Asset, he said. You poisoned a baby dragon and call it an asset. The hunter did not react. It is not a dragon, the voice replied. It is a tool. The dragon growled. The sound made the air vibrate. The hunters paused. That was new. The lead hunter raised a weapon, not a blaster. Something worse. Energy coils spun along its length. Aaron recognized the design. Disruptor tech. Forge killer, he whispered. The hunter tilted its head. You know more than expected. Aaron's eyes hardened. I fix things, he said. I also know how they break. He slammed his boot onto the floor. Hidden panels snapped open. Gravity twisted sideways. The hunters stumbled as the floor became a wall. One slammed into a console. The dragon moved. Not fast, not wild, precise. It breathed out, not fire. A wave of blue energy rolled forward. The disruptor weapon unraveled in the hunter's hands, turning into useless scrap. The hunter froze. That is not possible, it said. The dragon stepped closer. The lights in the bay bent inward. Machines listened. The second hunter fired. The shot never reached them. The energy bolt slowed, curved, and sank into the dragon's chest. Aaron screamed, but the dragon did not fall. The energy vanished into its scales. The dragon's glow brightened. The bay screamed with power. Aaron realized the truth too late. It's feeding you, he whispered. The dragon roared. The sound was not loud. It was deep. Every machine in the bay answered. Engines spun. Cables snapped into place. Metal reshaped itself. The hunters backed away. Retreat, one said sharply. Too late. The dragon lifted its wings fully for the first time. The ceiling cracked. A wave of force slammed outward. The hunters were thrown against the walls like broken dolls. Their armor shattered. Their weapons fell apart. The bay went silent. Aaron collapsed to his knees. The dragon rushed to him, nudging his shoulder. I'm okay, Aaron gasped. I'm okay. The dragon lowered its head, pressing close again. Outside the bay, alarms screamed across the station. Emergency broadcasts echoed. Unauthorized military action detected. Aaron's console lit up with incoming signals. Too many. Ships. Weapons. Eyes. The galaxy had noticed. Aaron laughed weakly. Yeah, figured that would happen. The dragon looked at the stars through the cracked ceiling. Its eyes were no longer dull. They burned with ancient memory. Aaron followed its gaze. What are you thinking? He asked. The dragon did not answer. But Aaron felt it. Not words. A feeling. Run? No. Hide? No. Stand. A new signal cut through the noise. An open broadcast. Every channel. Every language. A deep voice spoke. Attention, all forces. Aaron stiffened. That voice. The dragon growled softly. The voice continued. You have interfered with protected legacy assets. Protected? The hunter's commander appeared on screen. An old being. Scarred. Cold. You lie, it said. Forged dragons were erased. The voice replied calmly. You failed. The screen flickered. Ancient symbols filled the display. Coordinates spread across the stars. Beacons. Hundreds of them. Active. The dragon straightened. Its wings stretched fully. Aaron felt the station tremble, not in fear this time. In respect. The voice spoke one final line. The forge remembers. The signal cut. Silence followed. Then chaos. Aaron slowly stood. He placed a hand on the dragon's neck. Looks like we just started a war, he said. The dragon leaned into him. Family. Outside the station, distant stars began to move. And the hunters realized something far too late. They were no longer hunting. They were outnumbered. The mechanic who refused to kneel. The station was no longer quiet. Ships filled the space outside like a steel storm. Military fleets. Private hunters. Unknown signals with no names. Everyone wanted the same thing. The dragon. Aaron stood in the broken repair bay, watching the sensor screen fill with red markers. That's a lot, he said quietly. The dragon stood beside him, wings folded but ready. Its scales no longer looked cracked. The blue light under them was steady now, calm and deep. Not wild power. Focused power. Aaron wiped sweat from his face. They won't ask nicely, he said. The dragon turned its head toward him. Aaron felt it again, that strange link. Not words. Intent. Aaron nodded slowly. Yeah, he said. I figured you'd say that. A transmission cut through the noise. Open channel. A calm voice spoke. Human mechanic. This is your final warning. The image appeared on the screen. A massive alien commander, wrapped in metal and rank symbols. You are in possession of property that does not belong to you, the commander said. Release it, and you will be allowed to live. Aaron laughed. Not loud, not brave, just tired. You poisoned it, he replied. You hunted it. You tried to erase it. He leaned closer to the screen. You don't own it. The commander's eyes narrowed. You are a human, it said. You have no fleet, no power. Aaron looked around his bay, at broken machines, scrap metal, old tools. He placed a hand on the dragon. You're wrong, he said. I have family. The channel cut. Weapons charged across the fleet. The first shot never reached the station. It bent, curved, then vanished. The dragon lifted its head. The blue glow spread outward, touching the station walls. Systems changed. Engines optimized themselves. Shields reinforced without commands. Old defenses came back online. Aaron's console exploded with alerts. Unknown integration detected. Aaron stared. You're upgrading the station, he whispered. The dragon stepped forward. The station answered. It was no longer a place. It was a weapon. Boarding pods slammed into the hull. Dozens. Aaron grabbed a toolkit and clipped it to his belt. Guess I'm doing this the hard way, he muttered. The first breach blew open the far corridor. Armed soldiers poured in. Aaron rerouted power. The floor dropped out from under them. Gravity flipped. Walls turned into traps. The station became a maze built by a mechanic. The dragon moved through it like it had always belonged there. Where it stepped, metal reshaped. Where it looked, systems aligned. Hunters fired. Shots missed. Or broke. Or turned into harmless sparks. Fear spread fast. One hunter made it into the bay. Close. Too close. It raised its weapon at Aaron. The dragon reacted instantly. It placed itself between them. The weapon fired. The dragon did not move. The energy sank into its chest and disappeared. The dragon leaned forward. It touched the hunter's armor. The metal softened, melted, reshaped. The hunter screamed, not in pain but terror. What are you? It cried. The dragon's eyes burned bright. Aaron felt the answer deep in his bones. A builder, a maker, a protector. The hunter ran. Outside, the fleets hesitated. Sensors screamed warnings. Stations near Aaron's began to change too. Old human outposts woke up. Forgotten platforms aligned. Dead satellites powered on. Human tech. Primitive by galactic standards. But adaptable. Linked. Upgraded. The dragon was not just fighting. It was teaching. A new transmission broke through. Human codes. Old ones. A voice spoke, unsure but steady. This is Captain Reyes of the freighter Dawnpath. More voices joined. This is Station K-12. This is the Outer Miners Ring. We see what's happening. Aaron's eyes widened. Humans were watching, learning, choosing. Captain Reyes spoke again. They came for you, she said. They came armed. A pause. So did we. Human ships moved. Not elegant, not powerful, but many. The galaxy had never feared humans. That was their mistake. The alien commander reappeared on screen. Its calm was gone. This changes nothing, it said. You will fall. Aaron stepped forward. The dragon stood beside him, wings rising. No, Aaron said simply. You will. The dragon released a pulse. Not an attack. A signal. Across space, ancient beacons answered. Far away, something old and angry woke up. The commander stared at its sensors. Impossible readings flooded in. Multiple signatures. Forged dragons. Alive. Returning. The commander whispered one word. Run. Aaron slumped against the console, exhausted. The dragon leaned into him. We're not done, Aaron said softly. I know. The dragon closed its eyes. It trusted him. Outside, the first forged dragon silhouette appeared against the stars. Then another. Then many more. The galaxy had tried to erase them. Instead, it had reminded them why humans were dangerous. Not because they ruled, but because when they chose something, they never let go. The day the dragons remembered humanity. Space went quiet, not silent, respectful. The massive shapes emerging from hyperspace were not ships. They were dragons. Forged dragons. Each one larger than a cruiser. Their scales glowed with deep blue and silver light, carved with living patterns. Stars reflected off their wings like mirrors. Every fleet nearby froze. Weapons powered down. Not because they were ordered to, because they understood. Aaron stood in the shattered repair bay, staring at the sensor screen. "They're beautiful," he whispered. The dragon beside him, Ash, lifted its head. For the first time, it did not look small. It looked young. A deep signal rolled across space. Not sound. Memory. Ash cried out softly and stepped forward. Its damaged scales cracked and fell away, replaced by brighter ones beneath. Its wings stretched wider, stronger. Aaron shielded his eyes. "What's happening?" he asked. Ash turned to him, and the truth flowed. Aaron saw the past, not as images, as experience. Long ago, when humans first left their world, they were weak. Their ships broke. Their bodies failed in deep space. They met the forged dragons by accident. The dragons did not attack. They watched. Humans fix broken things, even things not theirs. Forged dragons understood that. They were builders too. Together, they created wonders. Dragons shaped energy. Humans shaped purpose. But the galaxy feared them. A species that could create anything, and humans who could adapt to anything. That was unacceptable. So the dragons were hunted, poisoned, erased. Humans were scattered. The alliance buried. Aaron gasped as the vision ended. "They lied," he whispered. Ash pressed its forehead to his. "You remembered us," the feeling said. Aaron swallowed. "You remembered me?" Ash's wings folded gently. A transmission echoed across every channel. The alien commander's voice trembled. This was forbidden knowledge. One of the forged dragons answered. Its voice was deep, slow, and ancient. "You erased us," it said, "but you failed to erase memory." The commander stammered. "We did what was necessary." The dragon replied calmly. "You did what was afraid." Human ships moved forward. Not fast, not aggressive, but together. Captain Rhea's voice came through again. "All human vessels," she said. "Stand with them. None pull back." Aaron felt his chest tighten. Humanity had been small for so long. Now, the galaxy was seeing something else. Loyalty. Ash stepped onto the edge of the broken bay, looking out at space. Its body glowed brighter. It was no longer hiding its power. Aaron realized something. Ash was not just healed. It was awakening. The smallest forged dragon had survived, and it had chosen a human mechanic. That mattered. A lot. The alien commander screamed orders. Weapons charged again. Fear always came back to violence. The forged dragons did not attack. They built. In seconds, energy walls formed between fleets. Gravity folded. Weapons shut down without damage. The galaxy's strongest fleets were trapped inside structures they did not understand. Aaron stared. "They didn't destroy anything," he said. Ash made a soft sound. "That was not their way." The ancient forged dragon spoke again. "Human Aaron," it said. Aaron stiffened. "Yes. You carry the bond," the dragon said. "You carry the choice." The galaxy held its breath. "You may return us to hiding," the dragon continued. "Or you may help us return." Aaron's hand shook. One human. One choice. He looked at Ash. At the fleets. At the humans who stood anyway. Aaron took a breath. "No more hiding," he said. Ash roared, not in anger. "Enjoy." The sound rolled across space like thunder. The forged dragons spread their wings. The galaxy changed. As fleets retreated and weapons powered down, Aaron slumped against the console. Ash curled beside him again, smaller now. "You're still you," Aaron said softly. Ash nudged him. "Always. Family." Far away, in the dark between stars, ancient enemies listened, and they did not like what they heard. Not all. What the galaxy learned too late. The war never happened. That surprised everyone. The galaxy waited for fire, for screams, for stars to burn. Instead, it waited. Aaron stood on the station's outer platform, staring into space. The forged dragons floated in silence, wings folded, watching. They were not celebrating. They were deciding. Ash stood beside him, smaller now, its glow calm and steady. No longer sick, no longer weak, but still close. Always close. You could rule, Aaron said quietly, almost to himself. They're afraid of you. Ash tilted its head. Not fear, not pride, understanding. Across the stars, governments argued. Some demanded control. Some demanded weapons. Some demanded the dragons leave. None demanded peace. That part came from humans. Human ships stayed in simple lines. No formations. No threats. Just presence. Captain Rhea's voice echoed across the open channel. We didn't come to fight, she said. We came to stand. The galaxy did not understand that. Not at first. The ancient forged dragon drifted closer to the station. Its massive head lowered until it faced Aaron directly. You are offered protection, it said. Power. Knowledge. A place above others. Aaron felt every eye turned toward him. Aliens. Humans. Dragons. He swallowed. I don't want to be above anyone, he said. Silence spread. I fix broken things, Aaron continued. That's all I ever did. The forged dragon studied him. Then why did you change the galaxy? It asked. Aaron looked at Ash. Ash leaned into him. I didn't, Aaron said softly. I just didn't walk away. The galaxy shifted after that. Not fast, but forever. The forged dragons did not build weapons. They rebuilt gates. Stations. Worlds poisoned by old wars. They worked with humans. Not because humans were strongest, but because humans stayed. Aaron refused every title offered. No commander. No ambassador. No legend. He returned to his repair bay. Ash followed. Years passed. The story spread. It changed every time it was told. Some said Aaron defeated fleets. Others said he commanded dragons. Both were wrong. The truth was quieter. Aaron fixed engines for traders. Stabilized reactors for colonies. Taught young mechanics how not to give up. Ash slept near warm power cores. Helped shape metal when needed. Watched everything. Children came to visit. They were never afraid. That mattered most. One night, long after the galaxy had calmed, Aaron sat alone with Ash. Stars drifted slowly outside the bay window. Do you ever miss them? Aaron asked. The others. Ash made a soft sound. Memory, not pain. They'll be okay, Aaron said. You made sure of that. Ash rested its head on Aaron's shoulder. Heavy, comforting, family, far away, in places without light. Old enemies still whispered, but they did not attack. They remembered what happened to those who tried. Not the fire, not the power, the choice. Years later, a young alien asked a simple question in a history archive. Why did the humans rise so fast? The archivist paused, then answered honestly. They didn't, she said. They stood still when everyone else ran. The final record of the event did not show a battle. It showed a human mechanic, covered in grease, standing beside a small dragon. No armor, no throne, just loyalty. The galaxy had expected monsters. Instead, it met something worse. Something unbreakable. A human, and the family that chose him.